Hope everybody is doing great. Now the video I'm going to make today is about digital loans or online loans. If you find the information useful, please do share it with everyone so that they don't get into this trap. And please do subscribe to my channel if you have not subscribed yet, because it's your support which will help me grow and make more informative videos like this. Now, have you seen that you get these messages on your phone which says that we have checked your CIBIL rating and you are eligible for a loan of 50,000, 1 lakh or 2 lakhs without any collateral, without any guarantee. Now this definitely, as human beings, we feel very satisfied that my CIBIL rating is great and they are offering me a loan. But have you noticed that most of the times they have not even checked your CIBIL rating? Because if you go back and check your CIBIL rating, it doesn't match with what they have sent across. But then, where do they actually get our numbers from? The initial target that they choose are the people who have actually applied for loan. So how do they get these numbers? You have noticed that these banks will have these commission agents who would be helping you with all the loans that you are applying for, whatever documentation is required or whatever background work is required. They'll help you out. They are not bank employees, but they are freelancers who would help you out. And once the loan is sanctioned, they'll take a commission from you. So they'll collect these numbers from these commission agents, especially of those whose loans are rejected. So they know already that the people that we are approaching are our target audience. So what do these commission agents get? As usual, they get a commission. If a loan is sanctioned, then automatically they'll get 500 or 1,000 rupees per loan that is sanctioned. So that's how they collect our numbers. You might say, no, I've never applied for a loan. I still get this message. I'll get to that. So before they go ahead and send you a message, they know that you're already a target audience. And we also see that the percentage that they're applying is much lesser than the bank, or maybe just 1% above what the bank is saying. So you would feel that this is the best way to apply for a loan because my loan's already rejected from the bank. But then once you go ahead and apply, you get these messages wherein they'll say that please allow us to access your contacts or please allow us to access your gallery. Most of the time it's the both. So once you do that, they automatically got a bunch of numbers which is from your contact. So you have become their data mining source. So that's how people who have not even applied for loans will get these messages. So once they've gone ahead and applied, or you have gone ahead and applied for the loan, what happens next? They'll directly transfer the money into your account. Now if you're paying your loan perfectly, there's no issues because the percentage is a little low and you are paying it regularly, so there's no issues. But you are not the target audience at all, because out of 100 or 200 people who would have applied for the loan, or thousands who would have applied for the loan, only 10% of them would be able to clear this loan. Because you have to understand this, they'll only target those who are actually in financial trouble. If not these commission agents, how do they target other audience? They will collect your numbers from these job websites like Naukri.com or anything as such, because they will realize that you don't have a job and they'll collect your number and they'll offer you a personal loan, which is much lesser. The percentage is much lesser than your bank, or actually the bank would have rejected your loan saying that you don't have a job. So these are the two sources through which they collect the numbers. And once you have applied, because you have allowed access to the contact and gallery, they already get a lot of numbers from each of these customers as well. But what you don't realize is because they're targeting an audience who are in financial trouble, it becomes very difficult to pay the loans because you're either jobless or you have financial constraints. This is when they make profit. What they actually do is their interest rates work as per the credit card rates. When I say that, credit card will give you an option that if you buy something from your credit card, you can pay it back within 45 days or 60 days. But if you take out cash from your credit card, what happens? The interest rate is applied on a daily basis. That's exactly what they do. If you miss out one EMI, then they'll automatically go ahead and keep adding interest over interest, and the amount that you have to pay to these digital loan companies is too high, and you would not be able to pay that, and that's how you fall into their trap. And that is where they make money, not from the people who are actually paying the loans, but from the people who are not actually paying the loans, and when they have to pay this interest. Now, what they also do is, let's say you've already not paid for the loan, your interest is accumulating. During that period, they'll first give you a call, give you a lot of bad words, and actually pressurize you, saying that if you don't pay the loan, we are going to contact all your contacts and tell them that you're a defaulter. We'll make sure that you're insulted. We're going to call your parents, because these are not companies which are actually monitored by the government. So there's nothing you can do. If you go to the police as well, they'll tell you that you applied for it. Now you deal with it, because there's nothing they can do about it. So they're going to pressurize you so much. And once they give you this pressurizing call, they'll give it 2 or 3 days. Then you'll get another message, the similar message, but from a different company, saying that we can give you loan for 1 lakh or 50,000 or whatever. Now what you don't realize is both these companies are the same. It's just sister concern companies with different names. So that's how they target you. So what they have done is they've already given you a loan. Now you are troubled with the interest rate. And now secondly, they have sent you a message with a different name and different company, but it's the same group which is asking you to apply for the loan again. So you'll take this particular loan to clear the previous one. But you're already in this trap or in this vicious circle where you're going ahead and applying loans on different companies, wherein you're not realizing it's one and the same, and the interest rate works the same. So the reason I've made this video is to tell you guys that please be aware, don't fall into this trap, because what we have seen is since Corona, I think there's been about 70 to 80 deaths wherein people have not been able to clear these loans, and they've not been able to manage the pressure, and they've committed suicide. Now, why do they commit suicide? What these guys do is, you always allow access to contact and allow access to gallery. Whenever you download a software, you would have done the same thing with this. But once you become a defaulter, they straight away take access to your gallery, take a photo from your own gallery without your knowledge. Then they'll send a message to your entire contact through WhatsApp or any other software that you are using, saying that this particular person is a defaulter. So imagine this message is going with your photograph, saying that this particular person is a defaulter, and please be careful when you're doing any financial transactions with this particular person. So imagine the insult that you're going through, because you would not want your parents, you would not want your friends to know that you have applied for a loan. But this photo is circulated throughout your contact without even checking whether it's going to your father-in-law, mother-in-law, any other relative. So the amount of insult that you would have to go through, because you would get calls from these guys as well, saying that what the hell have you done? Why have you done this? So the amount of pressure is not only applied from these companies, even your contacts would start giving you a call and troubling you or pressurizing you that this is not right. Even though they are looking to help you out, it's still hurting you a lot. And this is how people go ahead and end up committing suicide. So please guys, share the video as much as you can, so that nobody, neither you or none of your friends, would fall into this trap of digital loans. It sounds very rosy when they say that we don't need any guarantee or collateral, but when it comes to paying back the loan, that vicious side of them comes out, and you would not be able to handle the pressure. So even if you are not applying for the loan, please help your friends by sharing this video as much as you can, so that nobody falls into this trap. If you think that the message that's been passed through this video is useful in any way, please do go ahead and subscribe to the channel and show your support so that I can continue working like this. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Ciao till then.